hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What's going on? Entertainment Time comes down with another video. We talking Housewives of Atlanta reunion part 2, part a day. Okay, y'all also gonna see this on another one of my channels that I am revamping. Okay, and I want y'all to go over there and subscribe to it. It's called Evner Entertains. You see what I did there? But no, go over there and subscribe to it. So it's gonna be like a collab feature sort of post. Okay. So the episode starts off with Wendy versus Ashley, that whole 6'7" sort of thing, which is it's Ashley, you ate that up, don't get me wrong, but it's still a little corny or whatever. I think the reason why Ashley feels so intimidated being by around a group of girls is because she's the least accomplished out of all of them. Now, is she the most least accomplished in life? Probably not, but compared to a lot of the girls, a lot of them own businesses and sort of stuff before the show. So that's why I think she feels a little bit insecure, especially to Wendy, who owns like 19 degrees and businesses and all of that stuff. But my whole thing is this though, Ashley, why do you still feel intimidated by Wendy after what she's going through? Apparently those degrees weren't put to work because now she might be in jail for a long period of time. So my whole thing is a lot of people use this degree thing, which I do believe higher education is extremely important. But there are some people with higher education that are stupid as hell. Yet they went to college for nothing. Because any idiot would have told you not to do no dumbass like that or at a high amount like that. A street nigga would tell you not to do a high amount like that. If you're going to do a little scheming and a little fraudulent activity, which I don't partake in, you never do it in a high amount. I know people that do, but they don't go crazy. I'll tell you that much. So it's like, you really shouldn't even feel intimidated by somebody like Wendy because clearly, you know, the elevator didn't go to the top floor for her all of the way after all of that education. Okay, now Stacy, I like you, but you're not to be trusted, bitch. Because why you snitched on Ashley? Like, she is such a setup. She's like, you texted me the night that Wendy was in jail. I said, I'm so worried about Ashley. I'm so worried about Wendy. I can't even sleep. And then Ashley's just like, oh well, she did what she did. So what do I care? I guess she texted her that, and then Stacy did a reverse Uno and showed it to Wendy. Classic housewife shit. But you are not somebody to be trusted because why would you do that like that? Like you really you set her up. Okay. And my whole thing is this. Ashley and Wendy were not the best of friends. Should she have had the most sympathy? Yes. But for her to be losing sleep, it doesn't make sense for her to be losing sleep for Wendy because one, Wendy did do it, allegedly. Did or did not, whatever she's being accused of. And secondly, they don't have that tight of a relationship. So it's like she's losing sleep for somebody who's what, a coworker? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And also, Stacy, why the hell you losing sleep over Wendy? What the hell? Like, I get you worried and stuff like that. I don't think she meant literally, but I'm just saying, like, for you to be worried about her that much when y'all really got close to me, in my opinion, around like this year, it's like, Now, Ashley brings up, oh, you know, a lot of people felt like I was messy and I was mean, but like the difference is, you know, the dynamics change between the women. They always change. But this season, it's a little bit more like sensitive, and the girls have a lot more of like, you know, boundaries. Ashley, please. Okay, let me tell y'all what's really going on. Ashley does not have a core storyline that is very interesting and engaging. So, to a viewer's eye, it's very irritating to watch her be as messy as she is, start up as much stuff as she does, and she does not have a lot going on in her own personal storyline. That to me is what people find an issue with. I don't think it ain't got nothing to do with the girls being sensitive. Cause I ain't gonna lie, this year y'all went ham just as much as every other year. Y'all called it damn girl catfish. Y'all talked about her husband. Kiana, y'all made fun of her every chance she could get. Y'all made fun of Tia accent. Like y'all went in like regularly. So it's like, what was the difference this season than the next? This season, a lot of the girls just fought back more than usual, except for maybe a little bit of Angel. But Kiana, you know what I'm saying? Like this one went ham. Like everybody kind of defending themselves on an extreme level. Even Stacy, okay, like A lot of them kind of defended themselves more than others. I don't think Ashley, is used to that. You get what I'm saying? So that's the difference. I don't think it has to do with, everybody's so sensitive. No, everybody on edge. There's a difference. They usher into her storyline. So they show her montage of her storyline, her dating life, et cetera, et cetera. Here's the thing. The Josh dude. I don't care what nobody says. The way she did him on camera was very demeaning. She was like, like I wanted a dude that could take me like on trips and stuff and blah 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 blah. This dude is a regular working dude. He is not a John. And I ain't talking about a regular named John. I'm talking about a John. He cannot be, he not a sponsor. Talking about you want to go out the country or something. Girl, if you don't go apply to Amazing Race or something, girl, bye. Like, if you want that type of lifestyle, you're going to have to go older, just like with Michael. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that to me, if I was Josh, I don't know if I'll be able to keep talking to her after that. Because, like, she really embarrassed him on camera. I felt bad. I remember watching that scene, like, damn, oh my God. She made him seem like a loser, and I didn't like that. Like, it's one thing if you're not satisfied with it, but like, don't demean him like that on camera like that. Like, that was really, I didn't like that. Then we get into Sharice's son. I think Ashley's lying. I think they did do more because when she did those press runs, Ashley, she kind of alluded to something. She's like, a girl doesn't kiss and tell and all that type of stuff. So I'm like, but on this reunion, she said, no, nothing. I would never do that. I don't know. And why is her son not saying if y'all did nothing more or not? He's still not giving a direct answer as well. So if that, in my conclusion, comes to you did something. And if y'all did, she not going to jail for it. He's 27, damn near 30 years old. It is just morally corrupt because you did see him as a child at one point, Sharice's child. So it is a little morally corrupt, regardless if he's grown or not. It is a little bit. What Monique said on Charm School, a slutatious whore. It does give a little bit of slutatious whore, just a little bit. Okay. So then they exposed Ashley for dating a politician. When I tell y'all, that part had me screaming because Stacy's like, what? A politician? She could never. And she's like, excuse you. When I say Stacy having me crack up because she's just so random with the stuff she be saying. She like, huh? Politician, please. And Ashley's like, excuse you, I am an upstanding woman. Do you hear me? How dare you? Okay, if you don't sit your stink breath over there, and then Stacy's like, I guess. My whole thing is this. That don't even make sense though when you think about it, Stacey, because like Trump is literally dating Melania. Like, she's not they said at one point, did she post for Playboy or something like that? Like, she's not no, office type of girl. Like, she comes from, there's rumors out there of alleged things about her. So she's not the most upstanding, clean record type of woman. So please, that's not far-fetched that Ashley's dating a politician, especially because she's dating older men. That was like, you was just trying to be funny, Stacy, but it was funny. I ain't gonna lie. That had me cracking up. So Gizelle ends up snitching on herself. She's like, oh, I thought you were talking about me. Because I dated a politician. Oh, well, I'm telling on myself. That's Gizelle. She's like, oh, I'm telling on myself. So I'm dating somebody from Congress. They're Republican, but I'm not MAGA. Just saying. Yeah. Y'all know Gizelle. She's so hush-hush about everything going on in her life. I don't get that when it comes to Gizelle. Gizelle is the only cast member that could be so hush-hush about everything in her life that's going on, and everybody else has to open up. That to me is always unfair. I couldn't be on the show with her because you would have me messed up. I'm gonna be digging in your life, especially if you digging in mine. I'm digging in yours because you got a lot of nerve. You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody gets to have to push and tell what they have going on while Gizelle just sits there judging you and making jokes on you. I don't like that. And I understand the congressman couldn't probably be on camera, but there's ways around that. I'm just saying, because look at Heavenly, like, she's literally running for office and she's a friend of, and she's filming full time. So there's ways around stuff. So I don't want to hear it. Ashley at one point shows the cover of her children's book, which, by the way, I love the fact that she's doing that. I've always liked people that are into like artsy and crafts type of stuff. So when she showed that cover, I was living for it. It was very decorative. It looked really nice. I like the fact that she was promoting herself. Like, listen, if I ever end up on one of these shows, I'm gonna be promoting the hell out of my stuff. This is your ample time, babes. So she probably got a whole lot of sponsorship deals just off of this one reunion for the children's book. And the cover actually looked really well in drawing. Okay, because some cover arts for children's books be looking a little wacky. That cover looked really nice, and it was like inclusive for children of all kinds. It was like a disabled child, a black child, white child. So shout out to Ashley for that. So she don't get a lot of tens from me, but she got tens from me for that one. And then we segue into Kiana's a montage of her storyline. Y'all, Bravo is so shady. Like, that's why I love Bravo. Like, the edits that they do are like impeccable. We are seeing Kiana talking about, she's talking about how Greg potentially may have gotten her a ring. So she reaches in the couch. So we're thinking she has the ring in a ring box. So she digging in the couch, and she pulls out a frame. And then they play the sound of her, and then Wendy was trying so hard not to laugh. Wendy, you know you're not shit, right? I hope you know that. She was trying so hard not to laugh, right? And then Karen was just like, yeah, a lot of people make fun of the frames, but at the end of the day, like, it meant a lot to me or whatever. Then we get to this whole her and Wendy beef and her not acknowledging her. Kiana, you got to do better with what you're bringing to the reunion. Because what the hell was the picture of the room was going to show us? You know how full a room could be, and you still can't see somebody. Plus, Wendy's proof was a lot better because it showed that you guys were hugging. So it's like, what more do you want from her? Like, y'all literally were hugging in that same room. I do feel though that Wendy probably acts different on and off camera. I think Kiana just wanted to say that, but she didn't want to break the fourth wall. She said it in a roundabout sort of way, but she really wanted to say, like, I don't like you because I feel like you act completely different off camera than you did on camera. That's what I feel like she wants to say. But the way she's kind of putting it off, the whole acknowledgement thing and all that situation, it's making her sound like she's reaching. But I get what she was trying to say is, oh, you act different on and off camera, basically. You know, the thing with Kiana, like, she's very snappy. And that's the part that I feel like kind of creates the disattachment between her and the viewers. Like, she's very snappy. Like, even when Andy asked her the question about her being accused of being a sugar baby, Angel's trying to defend her, right? And then she's like, "Oh, let me speak for myself because I can speak for myself." Like, all of that, you didn't need to do all that. You could have let her finish and be like, "Well, Andy, da da da." Like, that is your friend trying to defend you, and you talk to her like she's a dog. And this is why I can't be friends with just anybody because you're not going to talk to me crazy. Sorry, boo. Like, it's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a purse. Okay, straight up. Like, the way she talks to her, I'm like, oh my god. Like, she literally was trying to defend you, girl. Like, come on. Like, I guess she interrupted you, like that, but she was trying to have your back. Like, hey, like, she not a sugar baby. So, do I think Karen is a sugar baby? Hell no. Because if she was, that's a bad sugar baby. Because I feel like she do a lot of work. And a good thing with a quality that a sugar baby has is they don't do a lot of work. And Karen works. So, I don't think she's a sugar baby at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, far from a sugar baby. Ashley at one point was a sugar baby. It was just funny because Andy looked at the picture. He gonna look at the picture. He said, "Oh wow, that's a beautiful room." I'm like, what is this supposed to prove? What is this supposed to prove? Okay, this is a printer manual, y'all. What is this supposed to prove? Like, it's a picture of a room. Like, come on. Like, it's just like that was just so random and it didn't make any sense. She was trying to show how small the room was. So how could Wendy not acknowledge her? I guess she was trying to, say something to that effect. Then we get to her being like not the happiest. I feel like this is why I don't like even talking about Kiana, because one thing I don't like to refer to as black women as them being angry. But Kiana this season was not happy, and it bothered me. The first few seasons that we met her, she was very enjoyable. She seemed she wanted to get to know the group. She was in good spirits. This season, I don't know if a producer got in her ear like, "Hey, turn up," but she was like, like she came out wanting to like squabble. Like, it did seem like you want to squabble a time or two. I ain't gonna lie. Like, Stacy, especially, you want to pop her. So I get what Stacy meant with she takes responsibility for like calling her aggressive and stuff like that. But Kiana needs to take responsibility as well to kind of calm down and not be so like at 10 all the time. So I do agree with that. Like, I do feel like this season she was not the same as she was the previous seasons. Like, she was not like, oh my god, like she was really going in on these girls, like ham. Like she came in with a mission. So, and I don't think she would have been acting like that had Karen been around. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, because Karen would have nipped that in the bud real quick. Like, hey, baby, you're still new, babes. Like, not too much. You doing a little bit too much. Okay. Her and Wendy had a little back and forth. Okay. Which I love when they do that little. They do them the sounds. They be like, you know how Nene be like, "Ooh, you better fix that face." Like it was a little bit of that. They had that little back and forth, and then came the Cowardly Lion. Let me stop. Jazzy. I hated Jazzy's hair. I told y'all this before. The outfit I still don't think was the best. I didn't mind it. It was just the flower placement to me was sloppy, but the hair is what bothered me. Like it was too lioness. Like it was just like, oh, right. It was just too like I just wish she had it like it could. What really would have ate had she did like a big afro type ish. Like it was, she could have really if since it was a Nigerian designer, had she did like an afro. Oh my god, that would have really ate. That would, like you would have really like that would have been a your outfit would have been a set. You know what I'm saying? But the lion slick back, it kind of like the super freak. You super freak, super freak. You super freaky. I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? So Jazzy comes in with a vitriol. A lot of the girls don't like Jazzy, but I like Jazzy. I feel like Jazzy, although she's recording the group, and I don't think she's gonna be invited back next season. No shade, Jazzy. These girls plotted on you to get you up out of there. Oh my! I seen a. I know a plot when I see one in real life and on TV. I seen that plot coming from a mile away. That plot is something nasty. You hear me? It is something nasty. The girls conjured up Stacy, Kiana, Wendy, who else? Tia. They all came in agreement. I think even a little Ashley, I don't know. They all kind of came in an agreement to basically exile you out the group. I see that plot from a mile away because of the recorded conversations type of stuff. Which my whole thing is this: do I think she's recording people on a regular homegirl she's calling? Probably not. But on a show like that, you kind of have to have backup and proof. One thing I realized with like getting cool with like people that's been on like TV or around TV people, some of them are just not good people. It's no shade. Like some of them are just not good people. And that's what I had to realize. Like some of them are very sneaky, some of them lie, some of them have like issues. Like you just have to realize this. So it's like you have to low-key like protect yourself. So I think that's what she's doing. She's protecting herself. That's what it gave. Do I think it was right? No. And how the hell did somebody find out, girl? Like you talking too much. That's the problem. You shut up. You know what I'm saying? You talking too much. Because nobody should have knew you was over there recording. So after that happens, Jazzy, after she comes out, they get into this whole situation with the Jazzy and Kiana situation. So she exposes the fact that Kiana slept with Greg while he was married and took the lady husband. Okay, she's like, okay, we're not gonna do that. She's like, have your 15 minutes. She's like, oh please, let's talk about all your things. How you took Greg from his wife, and then Kiana was like, huh? Oh, mother! Kiana was 2 seconds from popular. She was going waka shabaka. Like she was about 2 seconds for doing that. Do I think it's true? The way Kiana reacted, I think it has some truth to it. Not gonna lie, because it caught her off her wind, okay? And Gizelle's going to be doing her investigative work. You just gave her homework for the night for that reunion, okay? And then they kind of go into Tia versus Jazzy. That's where Jazzy lost me. I feel like she was doing too much with the Tia. To me, Jazzy wanted Tia's flute. And I think she thought if I could do more than her, and if I have such a impressive performance, I can take her flute. But Jazzy doesn't strike me the type that like needs the show, but I think she wanted to be a main cast member, and I think she wanted Jazzy's flute, and she didn't get Jazzy. I said Jazzy. She wanted Tia's flute, and she didn't get Tia's flute. And I think she was aiming either for Tia's flute or Kiana's flute. That's what it was given for the whole season. Okay. Because the way she came at her with the dude, the big dude with the dreads, that he wanted her, and the you being out there, all that was too much. Like, come on now. You would have thought Tia told the man to ask her on a date and to like kiss her feet or something. Like, it was never that serious. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, that was a little bit much. That's when I was like, okay, you know, she trying to get that flute. She trying to get that flute. Okay. Now we get into Tia's life. She says the husband is kind of pissed about her referring to him as the nanny, which I highly suggest for my women out there that's getting on reality TV, do not demean your man on television. They will forever resent you. I have seen so much reality TV where it ended up in divorce because the men have felt demeaned and they felt emasculated. That is one of the worst things you could do when you get on television. Okay. So that's what I think is happening when it comes to that. So she's just like, I used to watch Lisa Vanderpump and I thought that, my humor would really offend some of the girls. So, I came in with a little bit of chip on my shoulder because I didn't want to, have an impact on any of the girls. And I'm like, okay, like she kind of did her homework, Tia, to make sure that um she kind of knows what character she's playing, which was like the British, proper lady and stuff like that. A lot of people don't like Tia. I like Tia. Okay. I like Tia. I feel like she could actually do more. Like if she was a little bit more boisterous, I feel like she would be a little bit more of a popular character. And you could tell Andy's not a big fan of Jazzy. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, her entrance though with the reunion was iconic. Let's talk Monique. I feel a lot of ways about her this season. I don't know. Like I just feel like her coming back, although I love the fact that she worked on herself, got positive, all this type of stuff, right? I just feel like if other girls had did things to her that were done to her this season, she would not have the same type of energy towards it. You get what I'm saying? Like she would not have been so nice about it. She would not have been so like she would not have not so nice. I'm saying it wrong. She would not have cared the way that she did. Had it been like a Robin that did what Stacy did, she would have kind of played it off or whatever, or make it seem like it's not that big of a deal. They just being nosy. But because Stacy's like known as the liar, it's being made a thing. Do I think Stacy did the thing she's being accused of? Yes. Stacy, this is why you cannot lie. Because now you're gonna have a bad track history. Okay? You being known as the liar, everything you're saying now cannot be proven to be true. Andy said that he asked her to be on Ultimate Girlship. She turned it down, and how he's so happy with how she's changed and turned over a new leaf. Andy's really happy because you want to know why? Monique was going on press tours talking about how she don't need the show. She got all this money and blah blah blah. So now that she back on the show, Andy could now say like, "Oh, I thought you didn't need the money." You get what I'm saying? Like, you weren't that good to be back on the show. But that was when she was still married. So that's it was her money plus a little bit of Chris's money. Now it's just her money. So that's the tables change when it's just your money, right? And then they get into Chris messing around with Stacy. My whole thing is with Stacy. I just can't even see Stacy with Chris. It's no shade. She got a little bit too much mouth for that big man. So for you to be dealing with him, Stacy, I just don't even. I can't imagine it. That's why it's so shocking to me. I believe it, but it's shocking to me. Like wow, Stacy, you would let that big mother flip you over. Like oh my god. Okay, imagine Chris picking up Stacy like whoa whoa whoa. Let me pick you. Let me pick you up, Stacy. Let me pick you up. And she's like, "Ooh, I'm so dainty." You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't imagine it. But I do believe it's true because Stacy's just been caught up in these lies. The whole thing when it comes to the scene part, this is why I believe. I feel like Stacy was and has dated Chris, and they have went on dates. They've gotten to know each other. But the whole situation with the telling scene information, this is what I think happened. I think Ashley told Cookie, and Cookie told Karen, Cookie told Chris, and Ashley told Cookie, don't tell people that I told you. That's the secret between me and you. We gonna make it seem like Stacy said it. You could tell Kiana, and then we'll make it a whole thing. That's what it gave to me. That's what I think happened. To be honest, that's to me what makes the most logical sense. Now they end off the whole scene with freaking Monique doing this and showing the phone. I thought she was gonna show somebody humping in there. I said, "Oh my god!" They bleeped it out because it's apparently the daughter. So they had bleeped it out and everything like that. But y'all, I said, "Oh my god!" I thought it was corn. Okay, and Stacy's face was like, so that's how I kind of knew it was true. Okay, let me know what y'all think down below. What y'all thought about Jazzy outfit? Okay, let me know what y'all thoughts down below. Stay tuned for more recaps. We are doing a hookup recap, so if y'all waiting on that, it's coming. We're gonna hop on Twitch very soon. Okay, let me know what y'all think. We are, baby.